African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 22nd of September, 2024. Units of the North Group of Forces in the Lipsov and Volchansk directions defeated the formations of the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 36th Marine Brigade and the 5th Border Detachment of the Border Service of Ukraine in the areas of the settlements of Volchansk and Lipsy in the Kharkiv region. The enemy lost up to 160 servicemen, an infantry fighting vehicle, 2 cars, a 152mm D-20 gun and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. Units of the West Group of Forces improved their tactical position, inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 30th, 53rd, 116th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 114th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Petrovpavlovka, Peskinoy in the Kharkiv region, Serebryanka, Torskoy in the Donetsk People's Republic and Nevskoy in the Luhansk People's Republic. 5 counterattacks by assault groups of the 66th and 67th Mechanized Brigades of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the 1st National Guard Brigade were repelled. The enemy's losses amounted to 420 servicemen, 2 tanks, 3 pickups, 2 152mm D-20 guns, 2 122mm D-30 howitzers, a 122mm self-propelled artillery unit Gvozdika and 3 105mm M119 guns made in the USA. A US-made and /TPQ-50 counter-battery radar station and 5 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Southern Group of Troops occupied more advantageous lines and positions, inflicted defeat on the formations of the 23rd, 28th, 30th, 33rd, 93rd Mechanized, 79th Airborne Assault, 59th Motorized Infantry, 5th Assault, 10th, 12th Mountain Assault Brigades, the 101st Brigade of the General Staff of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 118th Territorial Defense Brigade and the 18th National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Regorodok, Drushkovka, Chasov Yar, Predtikino, Belyagora, Zaliznyansk, Nikolaevka, Konstantinopol, Kurakovo, and Konstantinovka of the Donetsk People's Republic. The Ukrainian Armed Forces lost up to 560 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 20 cars, a Swedish-made 155mm Archer self-propelled artillery unit, a British-made 155mm FH-70 howitzer, for US-made 155mm M777 howitzers, and a 152mm MSTB howitzer. 2 ammunition depots were destroyed. Units of the Center Group of Forces continued to advance deep into the enemy's defenses, inflicting losses on the manpower and equipment of the 53rd, 67th, 150th Mechanized, 144th Infantry, 46th Airmobile, 95th Airborne Assault Brigades, 78th Airborne Assault Regiment, 5th Special Forces Brigade, 119th Territorial Defense Brigade and 15th National Guard Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Dzerzhinsk, Krasnoarmysk, Sukharino, Petrovka, Dmitrov, Selidovo, Ukrainsk, and Gornyak of the Donetsk People's Republic. They repelled 11 counterattacks by assault groups of the 42nd, 100th, 154th Mechanized, 68th Jaeger, 25th Airborne Brigades, 49th, 425th Assault Battalions, 12th, 15th National Guard Brigades, and the 5th Special Operations Forces. The losses of the Ukrainian formations amounted to 445 servicemen, 2 combat armored vehicles, 2 pickups, a 152mm D-20 gun and 3 122mm D-30 howitzers. The Anklev Electronic Warfare Station and ammunition depot were destroyed. Units of the East Group of Forces improved the position along the front line, defeated the formations of the 33rd Mechanized, 58th Motorized Infantry Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, the 116th Territorial Defense Brigade in the areas of the settlements of Dobrovolye, Shakhtarskoye of the Donetsk People's Republic, and Temirovka of the Zaporizhia region. 3 counterattacks by the 72nd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine and the 117th Territorial Defense Brigade were repelled. The enemy lost up to 145 troops, a tank, 12 vehicles, a US-made 155mm howitzer M777 and a UK-made 155mm howitzer FH-70. Units of the Dnepr group of forces inflicted losses on the manpower and equipment of the 39th Coastal Defense Brigade of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, the 123rd and 124th Territorial Defense Brigades in the areas of the settlements of Tokarevka and Gulets, Pridneprovsk and Antonovka in the Kherson region. The enemy's losses amounted to over 60 soldiers, 3 vehicles, and a 152mm STB howitzer. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the groups of troops of the armed forces of the Russian Federation destroyed the 36D6 radar station for detection and tracking of low-altitude targets, and also damaged energy facilities that ensured the operation of enterprises of the military-industrial complex of Ukraine, the infrastructure of military airfields, workshops for the production of unmanned aerial vehicles, concentrations of enemy manpower, and military equipment in the 141st District. Air defense systems shot down 6 French-made Hammer guided aerial bombs, 6 US-made HIMARS rockets, 2 S-200 anti-aircraft guided missiles converted to fire at ground targets, and 106 aircraft-type unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, since the beginning of the special military operation, the following have been destroyed: 646 aircraft, 283 helicopters, 32,089 unmanned aerial vehicles, 579 anti-aircraft missile systems, 18,325 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,457 multiple launch rocket systems, 15,025 field artillery pieces and mortars, 26,370 units of special military vehicles. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.